Welcome to the Garage. Today we're gonna be assembling this 2J for Carlitos. He's gonna be putting this on an IS300. I have already started. I just put the billet main cast from Titan with the King bearings right here. This is all the things, and I still have more things inside the house. And I torqued them already, 60 pounds. Okay, free spinning. So now I'm gonna go through everything as how I will assemble it. So I'm gonna start with the oil pump. I put these two O-rings in here, and I put this third one here in here. Just leave it alone. So I'm gonna be recording this by myself, so it's gonna be a little bit hard to record with one hand as I do the process, but I'm gonna cut it kind of short as to the steps, but I'm gonna still be explaining the steps. So I'm gonna put silicone in here around, and then I'm gonna put it right here. Watch the magic. So I love it whenever they put all the bolts into just one container, right? So now I have to basically see what bolts is the ones that go there, which I already know which ones are they. For example, these ones right here, these are flywheel bolts per se, right? These ones right here are for the oil pan right there. This is for sure one of the oil pumps. So now I'm gonna have to, this is VVTi, this is for the water neck. This one right here is also for the oil pan. So yeah, I mean, I just got my homework here. This is for oil. No, this is not oil pan. This is for the bell housing. Alright, so let me entertain myself separating all these bolts. Let's see which one goes where. And I put the oil pump already. It's right here. But I gotta go to all the nuts. So, all the bolts. Alright, so I just finished separating the bolts. These are all for the sump right here. And these ones right here is all the 10 mil. That hold the oil baffle, the oil pickup, and the oil pan itself. These are the ones for the bell housing right here. This over here will hold these are 12s. I hold the oil pump and these components here, right here. Flywheel right here. These are the ones that hold the flex plate into the crank. These are the ones that hold the torque converter, valve cover, and these are a bunch of spare ones that I have in here. And then those are the manifold ones, and then these are for the cams in the top, and then also this is for the caps, and these are gaskets. So now that I have everything sorted, let's start putting bolts in there. Alright, so we're gonna assemble the first piston. Right, I have already aligned the piston rings. Put the bearing, put some loop in there. So I'm about to get the piston wet, because if you want the piston to go easy, you have to get it wet. You know, you just can't put it in dry. It doesn't work like that, you know. So a little bit of oil in here. See, you gotta lubricate the shaft real well. You can use 2 fingers. With 2 fingers works. You can get it real nice and wet with 2 fingers. You don't need a lot. For those guys that think that you need a lot to get something accomplished, no, you just need a little bit. 2 fingers is enough. Okay. All right, so we put the first piston in. It's in there. I have to use this one. It's not the best one I like this one, but I don't have the 87. This is 86, and these are 87 millimeter pistons. So now I'm stuck with using that one, but it's okay. So we'll put this bearing here. I might loop. One finger. Grab this. This way, these ones go, it's you see it's got a line. The line has to align with the other line on the other side, numbers with numbers. So this one goes like this, that, That's it. Now we're gonna fast get them tight, and then we're gonna do at the end. We're gonna torque them all, not right now. All right, so we just put all the pistons right now. They're already in. Everything's been assembled, right? So now I'm gonna torque them down at 70 pound-feet of torque according to my little sheet here that came with the rods, right? But so far everything is looking good. So you guys can see some of the things about this build. Obviously it's a 2JZ built engine by us, top secret. It's got a Potenito TH400, 8.8 diff, gonna have a big fat juicy big booty turbo, fuel tech, and this is the owner Carlitos IS300. So I torqued all the rods already. It's time to assemble the head in here. First thing we're gonna do, put the head gasket in there, drop the head, put the ARPs, torque them. And what I like to do always when I put the head and I do all the cams and everything is I like to put the first and the second piston same height. That way when I torque the cams, they don't interfere, because these are big cams he's putting in there. I think they're 276 cams that he's gonna be putting in there. So I have to put these pins in here. Don't forget, you need them so the head aligns well. And then the head gasket, one side we only have 2 holes, and the other side will have 5 holes right here. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes. That's how you know that goes that way. And over here it's gonna have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you put it like that, and then all the holes will align. Beautiful. All right, so I just dropped the head in there. No ARPs or anything yet. So first thing you gotta do is you gotta put in the washers first. Just basically stick a screwdriver through the washer. Put the screwdriver in there, drop the washer, and it's gonna fall into place. That way it doesn't fall anywhere. Once you put all the washers, then you can go ahead and put the studs, because if you put the studs first, the washers will not go in, because they have to go in at an angle and it won't let you put it in there. We got all the washers. They're in there, all of them. So at the thread here, I like to apply a little bit on the bottom of this, right, the lubricant assembly, and then on the top as well. That way it threads really nice and doesn't get stuck when threading down, because these are really like fine and they can get stuck easily. All right, so I just finished torquing all of them to 80 pound-feet of torque right here. 80 pounds per the paper. Now I'm gonna be lubing all these lobes right here, all of them, so when the cams do the first rotation they don't start dry. So basically whenever you put it in, just kind of play with it until you falls. It won't fall all the way flush, and then I just put some lube on top of all the what the caps are gonna bolt into the head journal part, and that way, like I said, they don't start dry. They all got numbers. They got like 7, 6, 5, and they got an arrow, and they also have a letter for I or E. So I obviously means intake side, E means exhaust side. The arrow always points towards the front of the car, and then the sequence 7, 6, 5, 4, yada yada yada. All right, so this is where we're gonna stop today, because I'm missing the billet tension that we're gonna put in here, and I don't get it for another day. I'm about to put the back covers on. I already torqued all this down, put a little bit of silicone on the corners right here so it doesn't leak through there. Put the manifold in, cams. I already torqued this already, them too. But the only thing I can do really right now is just put the oil pan, oil baffle, and that's pretty much it for now. So I'm gonna continue recording the progress of this build. It's gonna go on a IS300. We're gonna try to push a lot of boost on this engine. It can take it, so just stay tuned, and leave it on the comments if you want me to do something crazy with this car. Well, it's Carlitos' car, so it's gonna be pretty cool. All right, so everybody, thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys next video.